G'day guys, it's Kieran from SolidTech here. In this video I'd like to talk about how to set up your keyboard shortcuts, toolbars and mouse gesture wheel to make you more efficient in SolidWorks. Just to show you some of the things that it's capable of, I'm just going to show you guys what you can do. So using my shortcut bar, I'm just going to offset that edge, just reverse it. Okay, I have my W key set up to draw a circle, D to add a dimension. I right click on that edge, I can select the midpoint and select that center of the circle and just use my pop-up toolbar to add that relationship in. Using my mouse gesture wheel I can trim, like so, and then to add some sketch fillets I can just use the sketch fillet tool from my shortcut bar again. Just change that value there. You can also create keyboard shortcuts for features, so I've got a keyboard shortcut Shift E set up for cut extrude. E will give you a normal extrude. If you right click you can change the end condition, and if I right click straight away again it's going to OK straight away. If I want to create a plane in the middle to mirror about, if I select both of these faces here, I've got my reference geometry from my shortcut bar. I can just, by pre-selecting those faces, create a mid-plane plane. Just right click and OK. It's selected, so if I just come in here, my shortcut bar, create a mirror feature, and just mirror that across. And again, if I want to say add some fillets in, just grab those edges like so, and I can select through those faces there with the select through face command option set in the fillet command. I'm just going to add a nice curvy cut to the top, so I'm just going to draw a straight line on this side. I'll give it a point so I can dimension to it. Make that 40. Make that 110. I can use my mouse gesture wheel to save and exit the sketch. Now on this chamfered edge here, if I select that edge, if I select that face and press C, which is my spline tool, if you select a spline tool straight away, or a sketch tool straight away, it will automatically jump into sketch mode for you, so you don't need to do that. That's a quick shortcut to jump into sketch mode. Just pick the sketch tool you want, drag that down like so. Again, just exit the sketch. For my shortcut bar I've got my full surfacing toolbar here, so I can use my boundary surface command, create a boundary surface between those two sketches, and then again using that toolbar I can use cut with surface and just flip the direction to cut with that little arrow. I've got a nice curvy cut. So let's take a quick look at how to set up some of this stuff. I'm just going to show my command manager. So if you want to customize keyboard shortcuts, you can see here, you just go down to customize. You can filter by name, so for example if I want to assign a keyboard shortcut to the polygon tool, which is a sketch tool, I could select that there, give it a keyboard shortcut something like P, which I already have set up. Let me show you some of my other commands that I have set up that I use quite often. So, like I said, E for extrude, Shift D for cut extrude, A to draw a line, Q to draw a rectangle, W to draw a circle. I use the measure tool quite a lot, so I've got that set up to X, F for front, R for right, T for top, and N for normal to, which is very, very useful because it'll set you perpendicular to any face, and it doesn't really matter what orientation it is. For mouse gestures, it's very similar. It's context sensitive, so it depends whether you're in sketch mode, part mode, assembly or drawing mode. You can use either 4 or 8 gestures, so start off with 4 if you're just getting used to it, but with 8 you can assign quite a few commands to that mouse gesture wheel, and you just select the command that you want and where you want it to go on the wheel. So you can see I've got that trim tool set up on my right. So if I just right click and drag right, straight over it'll jump straight into the trim tool. So once you get proficient at it, you'll find that you're right click and dragging over the tool that you want with that, and you probably won't even see the mouse gesture wheel. Customizing your shortcut bar is really quite important as well, so you can see I've really customized this quite a lot. Just bring it up. I've got mine assigned to the S key, and that's been the default since 2009. These flyout bars that I've been using, you can see under the commands here we've got flyout toolbars, so you just drag and drop, so I drag and drop that surface command onto the keyboard shortcut bar, or the shortcut bar rather. If I want to customize those drop-down menus, the way to do it is to actually customize the toolbars that you're calling. So, for example, I'm just going to show my features toolbar. Now, I don't like the way, I'll just close that for a second, I don't like the way I have to jump in and go down a few levels to get to the fillet. I don't like that I have to do the same thing for mirror. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually customize this toolbar here, and then you'll see the changes in the drop-down. So if I just right-click here, customize, in my commands toolbar, I'm going to come down to my features, which is all my featured tools. I could just get rid of that fillet drop-down and just use the ordinary fillet, so I don't need the chamfer tool to be there. And likewise, I can just grab that mirror command, just drag it across like so. If I click OK, so you can see now, just close that toolbar, when I use the features drop down, I've got my fillet command right there and my mirror command right there as well for easy access. Now, while it's important to set up those toolbars for the way you work normally, it's also worth remembering if you've got a repetitive task to do, consider setting up a keyboard shortcut specifically for that task so that it's not quite as repetitive. So I'm just going to make a new drawing. So for example, something I had to do a long time ago was create sections every 10 mil of a certain part. So I'm just going to draw a line. Set that 10 mil. I'm just going to linear pattern this in the opposite direction like so. And now I'm going to set up a keyboard shortcut for section. And you can see I've already got one set up. I've got one set up under L. So even though I'm not doing this all the time, I am going to create a keyboard shortcut for it. I just select the line, hit L, it gives me a section view. Select the next line, hit L, it gives me a section view. L again, select that line, hit L, and so forth. And so that's going to make my life a lot easier. So you can see that even though this isn't something I need to do day to day, by setting up as a keyboard shortcut for this particular task, it's going to make that repetitive task just that little bit quicker to do. So hopefully that's given you some pointers into how to set up your keyboard shortcuts, toolbars, and mouse gesture wheel. Thanks for watching.